I've been hunting and fishing in these parts for years. Take a look. Until next time. It's not like my poaching is hurting anyone. The Jarl can hardly eat every deer now, can he? Take a look. Good day.
good day. I can feel it in my gut.
You've come. The Draugr infesting Namira's sanctuary are inside. I was hoping you would say that. Draugr are below. Foul tasting.
Another common question I get is why do people die? I simply tell them, how else are we going to fill our crypts with more Draugr?
dead exist to feed the living.
There?
Only a fool lets himself get surrounded. That looks like it's the last of it.
Keep the blade ready.
I despise brawls. Problems should be solved with reason. If you've got any spirits, I'd be glad to take them off your hands.
You've done it. The shrine is ours again. Now we need to prepare a grand feast to welcome you to Namira's coven. You will have the honor of bringing a fresh kill for the main course, and I know the perfect person. A priest filled with the taste of an easy life, Brother Verilus from Markarth. Give him this gold, tell him you need Arcae's help exploring an old cavern for treasure. And when he stands in Namira's presence, she will take care of the rest. Say hello to Verilus for me.
What can I do for you, friend?
Many used to
What
come
do you
from
need?
The forgotten, the wretched.
Lead us to our next task. What can I do for you, friend? Fine. Let's trade then. Fine. Let's trade then. Lead us to our next task.
once asked me how to get over her addiction. I told her I wasn't gambling in sorcery, but peace is. Gamblers make the mistake of believing they have control over the outcome.
Stay out of trouble, Elf. Next season for sure.
Next season for sure. What? Uncle Got... Elmo, I don't understand what you mean.
Excavation, I gather. Right after I finish my degree, start excavating machines, elevators.
Travel southeast and you'll find an orc stronghold. Up around the old Dushnik or Kulkum mine.
Good to see you, my friend. You are looking for Arkay's protection while you delve some dank tomb, I take it? My duties keep me busy in Markarth. I don't know if I can help you. You know, in the priesthood of Arkay, we have a joke about an empty pocket being better than a full grave. That's no small amount of coin, friend. I suppose I can come with you for a short venture. Lead on. Don't worry. RK's protection is absolute.
Thank you, Lisbeth. It's been such a joy to dine with you all these years.
It's so good to have everyone around the table again.
Iola's a fine host. She really keeps the faithful together.
I'm just glad we had this now. I was almost getting ready to eat my servant and blame it on the Forsworn.
Who are you? What's going on?
Priest of RK, I'm your friend.
You're my... friend.
Yes, I'm your friend, and I've invited you to dinner.
I've been invited to dinner. I'm so hungry.
Why don't you lay down and rest while we get the meal ready?
I need to lay down. I'll just be a minute.
Come with me. Our feast is about to begin.
I remember my first feast. I envy you.
You know what?
You've brought us quite the meal.
Incident.
My deepest apologies for the delay, Master.
Just a reminder, sweetie.
The meal is on the nearest table. Go ahead, carve. He looks so sweet. Go ahead, have the first bite. Mortal, I am Nemira, the Lady of Decay. Your consumption of the blood and bile of RK's own is pleasing to me. I give you my ring. Wear it, and when you feast on the flesh of the dead, I will grant you my power. Your mockery will be the end of you. And on that day, another servant will feast on your entrails and discover a ring clenched in her teeth. Be grateful for what time I give you until then. I knew when you walked into the Hall of the Dead that you were special. I knew when you walked into the Hall of the Dead that you were special. And here you are, champion of Nemira, keeper of her ring. You're everything I hoped you'd be. It's an honor, champion. Feel free to stay and mingle with your new coven. Go ahead, eat. No, this coven has existed for thousands of years. Namira is a goddess. She has been worshipped since time began. I'm honored to be leading the latest generation of Namira's faithful, those who have embraced what they are. Looks like you've already got someone with you.
It's an honor, Keeper of the Ring.
Praise to you, champion.
I'm so glad Ayola invited you to dinner. One of my customers? Did you know I inherited the store from my late husband? Shame what happened to him. He had such good taste.
Go ahead, eat. The dead exist to feed the living.
You were given Namira's ring? A great honor. Ah, yes, the courier. I guess you know my secret ingredient for that spiced beef now.
Namira spoke to you? I knew this feast was going to be something. The bloodiest beef in the Reach.
Something on your mind? The Master says you carve beautifully. You have been rewarded with her flattery. This should please you. Your sympathy towards the dinner is unhealthy. He is no longer a guest. He is food. As you command, champion. Who do you wish to discuss? Verily, the Forsworn have been bad for business, but good for dinner. Many previous dinner guests were former employees, including the Master's late husband. If Koznak were not Mednin's cousin, he surely would have been brought to the table. Some people suspect that their position is cursed. This makes securing guests difficult. The Master has found this hard to swallow. The Master would have taken to drastic measures. You and Iola have done well to prevent it. Through birth, the tradition harks back to the Dawn era, so it is written. Just as old as the worship of the Lady. On Maruk's day, her disciples are called to tribute. The disciples here all heeded the summons, as did I. That was the night I met the Master. She had the honor of delivering and carving the main course. Traditions are born from needs and desire, so it is written, and so it is told. Such is the case for many of the disciples. For others, it is ritual, yet I do my best not to impose on the Master. As the wood says, and the lady wills, the first taste must be raw, blood and bile. Many of the disciples prefer the entire course to be such. Forsworn, stormcloaks and adventurers, although I am not sure why you would be concerned. They are not likely to be acquaintances. The Altmer, Sanyon, is a Thalmor. It was merely a guess. As you command, champion. Who do you wish to discuss? The Master likes a Thalmor. She also thinks him daft. Nympheneth says he is either of questionable intelligence or a resourceful genius. As you command, champion. Who do you wish to discuss? The Kennel Master believes his war dogs are ferocious. It is because they consume human flesh. It is an odd practice, considering banning himself is human. The Master tells me, however, it is the Kennel Master's dogs that should fear him. As you command, champion. Who do you wish to discuss? The bloodiest beef in the Reach. The butcher is under the impression that this joke never gets old, much to the Master's regret. The butcher is an otherwise agreeable fellow. The local hunters despise him, however. So it is told. It is because he purchases his meat almost exclusively from the orcs and banning. As you command, champion. Who do you wish to discuss? Nympheneth is gentle for a warlock. In the old tongue, her name means the wood. As such, she watches over the trees. She takes great care to ensure the guests are happy. She makes conversations flow as steadily as the wine. She asked if I would consider being her apprentice. I did not find this pairing palatable. I prefer a master who employs hard discipline. The Master also says she's impatient. Judging by the state of her plate, I am in agreement. Let us hope she has left enough room for the main course. As you command, champion. Who do you wish to discuss? Nympheneth is... She takes great care to ensure they... The Master also says she's impatient. Judging by the state of her plate, I am in agreement. Let us hope she has left enough room for the main course. It is not her desire that I do so. I insist on calling her my master. I am fond of the word. I would prefer the term mistress, but I fear it would make the master uncomfortable. Not quite. I have made my intentions known. It is up to her to respond. I do not know if she fancies me, yet her previous lover, a male, proved unsatisfactory, so it is said. Outsiders believe it has the flavor of a roast boar. It is an example of how myth and folklore are quick to become fact, so it is told. If you travel to Hammerfell, you may come across a flightless bird. It has black wings and a blue neck. It has a similar taste to men. Yet cooked, mortal flesh does indeed have the aroma of a wild boar. This may be the cause of the confusion. The shamans of the wood might say you lack experience. Their opinions are mine. Outside, if you travelled, yet cooked, mortal flesh does indeed have the aroma of a wild boar. This may be the cause of the confusion. Verily, all meat has its own taste. I was mistaken to compare it to an inferior dish. Outside, if you travel, yet cooked, mortal flesh does indeed have the aroma of a wild boar. This may be the cause of the confusion. The master thought as you do. We could have caged our guests, fed them. The cost was too steep. It was far easier to find an overweight porter. Verily, would you like to hear it now? Very well. As a young girl, the master often played a variation of tag with the other local children. Like the spread of a disease, those who were tagged remained it. The game continued until one person remained. The game was called Vampire. The master's brother took the name to an extreme. He was wont to bite the other children. The master, being slow of foot, suffered for it. During one game, her brother bit the master so hard she burst into tears. So that night, as in the old way, she sought her revenge. She crept up near his bed, listened to the pace of his breath. When she was sure he was asleep, she leaned out over his neck, bared her teeth, and took a chunk of flesh. When the taste flooded her mouth, she cared not for revenge, only another bite. It would not come until 10 years later, at a banquet like this. The master will be disappointed to hear it. I will tell her immediately so that I may be punished. Verily, would you like to hear? Very well. Like this, the master's brother. During one game, she crept. When the taste flooded her mouth, she cared not for revenge, only another bite. It would not come until 10 years later, at a banquet like this. The story is interesting enough. Surely I have failed in its telling. The master must devise a suitable punishment for me. Verily, would you like to hear it now? Very well. Like this, the master's. During one game, her brother bit. She crept up. When the taste flooded her mouth, she cared not for revenge. The master will be pleased to hear it. Goodbye. Speak. Goodbye.
It's an honor, Keeper of the Ring.
Speak.
Go ahead, eat. Blessed are the forgotten, the wretched.
Huh?
A thief once asked me if he'd be punished for his crimes. I told him yes, but not for the ones he thinks.
What can I do for you? That's an odd and brusque way to address a stranger now, isn't it? By the way, I was wondering if you caught a glimpse of that statue of Nibella. Notice its shape. You don't think... No, it couldn't possibly fit.
Oh,
Safe
hello.
travels.
Good to see you. All right then.
Well met.
You looking for something or what? I don't know why I bother.
Greetings. What is it?
Yes?
Hey, don't look at me that way. Who are you to judge me?
I'm off work at the Blackbriar Meadery. I'll be back there in the morning.
So what if I have a problem? I know how to deal with it.
Tools, wares, and weapons, all for sale at fair prices. Can the ancient ones truly have returned?
I wish I could say that I did not. Every part of the
Only I can provide more than this coin.
Any luck with Sapphire? By the 8! You actually talked her into it? I don't know what to say. I didn't think anyone in Riften even cared what happened to me. Look, I was saving this, but I wanted you to have it. I thought I might need it if Sapphire came for me, but I don't need it anymore.
I'd better get going.
Only 20 seconds each.
Disrespect the law and you disrespect me.
Yes? Hmm?
The waiting. The insufferable waiting.
Riften, the Temple of Mara is here, isn't it? A child
It would
once
seem
asked
so.
me what love was. I told
Thanks.
him it was the one
Good
thing
luck
in
out
life
there.
you would never sell. But he wouldn't mind giving it away for free.
tidings.
Get in good with Remiel, then we'll talk.
I'd be a lot warmer in the little cabin.
Huh? Yeah?
Make love like a saber cat, or crush your
All
enemies
right,
to
sure,
dust like
sure.
a giant.
I'm a dirty
Only
beggar.
a mere 20
Why would
gold
you want to
coins,
even
and
speak
all
to
this
me?
could be yours.
Rare trinkets and the finest oddities from Morrowind.
You all into the light!
Dragonborn.
I don't even know what to say.
I never would have believed it if I hadn't seen it with my own eyes. All right then.
By the gods, I don't even know what to say.
Need something?
It may be dead now, but where did it come from?
Good afternoon.
Take a good look around. I'm sure you'll find what you're looking for. If not, let me know. I might have... Welcome to War Maidens. The finest weapons and armor. Good doing business with you.
Hello, friend. The heat of the battle is the fire that forges the strongest blades. It's an old Nord proverb. That, and a true Nord never misses a chance to test her worth. I wish I could be there with you. Stay sharp out there.
Welcome to Bellathor's General Goods. Welcome indeed. Everything's for sale, my friend. Take a look. Do come back.
We Greymanes got just as much to be proud of as them Battlebow. Gods be praised.
Only a true orc knows how to temper or encounter properly.
Hello, friend.
Got a brief stock?
agents. Pardon me, but do I... Ah, so you're an alchemist then. Come back anytime if you need a remedy.
You all into the light.
The waiting. The insufferable waiting. Not now. Thanks. Couldn't have done that without you. I'm grateful for your efforts. Here, take this. You're headed to Falkreath. It's all in this note. You know Belethor's shop in Whiterun? That'd be a good place to start. He carries all sorts of things like that. You know Belethor's shop in Whiterun? That'd be a good place to start. He carries all sorts of things like that. All right then.
It's not safe around here. There's thieves out there looking to steal everything you own. Who in the name of Azura are you? A few days ago, some thieves from Riften broke in here and stole it. Can you imagine? Took the only thing of value we had. If you have the guts to head into the Ratway and get my bow back, I'll pay you what I can. That's it. That's my bow. I don't know how you got it back, and I don't want to know. Frankly, I don't even care. I'm just so glad to see it again. Here, this is all I can afford to give you as compensation. Hope it's enough. Watch yourself.
What the?
Good to see you.
We could always use help picking crops if you need a few extra coins.
What can I do for you, friend? What do you need? Good.
perhaps I see only darkness, 'cause the world itself is doomed. If you've got any spirits, I'd be glad to take them off your hands. Farmers seek the advice of scryers more than anyone. The seasons can be a whimsical lot, and yet the crops that depend on them are as rigid as stone.
Poor mother. She's been waiting here so long. Stupid farmer and his stupid tools. Why won't he help us? Poor mother. She's been waiting here so long. Stupid farmer and his stupid tools. Why won't he help us? Poor mother. She's been waiting here so long. Stupid farmer and his stupid tools. Why won't he help?
Good to see you again. Hello, friend.
Make sure to pull your bow.
I've been to the monastery many times, but I've never even laid eyes on one of the Greybeards. Not that I'd care to.
Keep
Keep an eye out for wolves if you're headed up the
Good
path
to see
High
you.
Hrothgar. I think you should continue with your performances.
My business is falling apart, my apprentice never listens to me, and now there's talk of dragons. If I hadn't sunk every bit of gold I had into my mill, I would have picked up and left Iverstead long ago.
I suppose it's the least I can do for you.
The Greybeards stay away from me, and I stay away from them. Suits me just fine. Mm-hmm.
You don't look like a pilgrim. Why bother visiting Iverstead? What do you want? Klimek brings food supplies up to them once every few weeks, when the weather permits it. Other than that, they seem like a quiet lot. Don't really know too much about them.
If there are 500 steps to each marker, then maybe...
What a boring
conversation.
No.
This is
I'll tell you
pointless.
If I could sweep her away from here
cannot
tomorrow,
rely on shortcuts.
Klimek still has so much to learn.
Klimek is doing just fine.
This is a good place to hide one's identity, no?
Perhaps one day.
Iverstead attracts those who cling to lofty ideals. They never suspect our faces are too. Yes, perhaps you can. There is something foul afoot, friend. Daraki can smell the stench of betrayal in the air. There are many strange aromas in this town, but that is not what Daraki speaks of. It is High Hrothgar and the conspiracy of the 7,000 steps. Daraki talks of the steps to High Hrothgar. Many travelers come to walk the pilgrimage of the 7,000 steps. Yet Daraki finds that number peculiar. Do you not find it odd that the number is so round? Was the path altered to match the myth? Are the steps not all the same size? I have found it difficult to believe, based on my calculations, that there can be any more than 6,972 steps. Daraki smells sarcasm on this one. It smells as bad as Norn mead tastes. You can choose to ignore the truth, but Daraki will not. The steps must be counted, one by one.
Hard. If you fancy a bit of music, let me know. No, I'm sorry. You must have me mistaken for someone else. I've never even heard that name before. I'm sorry, I don't know what you're talking about. Please, I beg you, don't tell Sibi where I am. He'll kill me. Sibi's been spreading lies about me. You must hear me out.
I wish I didn't have to. It's quite a difficult climb.
Sibi and I were to be married. We were supposed to be happy together forever. Then I found that wretched poetry from Svana. When I confronted Sibi about it, he threatened to kill me. I was scared, so I told my brother Wolfur. He went to talk to Sibi for me and Sibi killed him. My brother wasn't even armed. When I heard what Sibi did, I fled. And now you found me, and you're going to tell him where I am. Right away, my lady.
Traveler, are you by chance in need of a companion? Well, the dog's neither, or else I wouldn't be trying to get rid of it. At least, not without some compensation. It seems to me two things are obvious. I'm a poor influence, and you're a poor judge of character. Which makes you well suited to be this dog's new owner. Let that be a lesson when you pet its coat and it urinates on you. I didn't find the cretin. I never wanted him to follow me. It was just bad luck. Well, it all has to do with the price of troll fat. It's been dropping like flies ever since the book Finn's Guide to Troll Slaying got published. Since I already own a considerable stash, it's in my best interest to kill as many trolls as I can and make the items scarce. I usually track their footprints and follow them to their lairs. They typically aren't very happy to see me. Except this one time they were too busy cornering this mangy dog, and the army of fleas in its garrison.
If I could sweep her away from here tomorrow, I'd do it. But Klimek still has so much to learn.
That's right. Funny thing is, if I hadn't killed the trolls, this dog would probably have annoyed them to death. Which is precisely what it's doing to me now. In fact, I think the mongrel is trying to kill me by having me commit suicide.
I think I saw it again. That ghost. It was over by the barrows.
It was a coincidence, an unfortunate side effect. At no point did I attempt to do it any favors. In fact, if I had to do it all over again, I might have spared the trolls and used all my remaining magicka on the dog.
I'm not going to break my word.
I agree. Don't think for a second I haven't considered it. I'd very much enjoy seeing the dog's face with a dagger sticking out of its skull. But that probably wouldn't be nearly satisfying enough. Given the grief this filthy dog has caused me, I won't grant him death until I can find something that offers a suitable amount of pain. The dog does serve as excellent troll bait, or any bait for that matter. I can't begin to fathom how many enemies this beast has made in its travels throughout Skyrim. Well, outside of that, the only quality that sets it apart is the impossible amount of urine it holds in its bladder. Frankly, the dog is a prodigy in this regard, and I can see how it might be useful if you directed it at the right people. The problem is, he refuses to urinate on anyone but his master. And that's a title I would give my left ear and 3 of my toes to remove.
Klimek is doing just fine. You should follow your heart.
Perhaps one day, but not today.
There's the crux of the matter. You referring to it as him. It isn't capable of being trained. It's not a person. It's a dog. The dog... I can't begin to fathom... Well, frankly, The problem is, he refuses to urinate on anyone but his master. Which toes? I'm not willing to part with the big one, but the little ones, maybe. And that's how much I hate this dog. I'm willing to mutilate myself to get rid of it. Yes, it fails to grasp that I want to murder it. Funny, because that's all I ever think about. Oh, I guess it's true what they say. Tamriel would be a much better place if we could all be the kind of people the dogs think we are. My ancestors came from Vivek City. When the Red Mountains found its voice, nearly all of Vardenfell fled west to Skyrim. My mother migrated here with the Serethi clan, and worked at the farm that bears their name. Well, she was a free spirit, so while she came to help out, she didn't stay long. She'd leave on these crazy adventures, and that's where she met my father. I never even knew his name. But it doesn't matter. As far as I'm concerned, the only name he'll ever have is that of a vile dog.
I think you should continue with your performances.
What's the point? I'm not very good, and it's only...
She was a capricious woman with a passion for life. Even in her later years, she tells stories about art, adventure, and love. She told me Avruza used to be the same, but tragedy and war toughened her resolve. Most people who've lived hard lives, they're always worried about the future. But my mother always lived for the present. What's tomorrow but future's past? And what's yesterday but ancient history? Indeed, she was from another time. Her love had no limit, and her heart belonged to all. But children of war and famine, our hearts belong to no one. I don't know, but my mother's silence told me more than I need to know. All I'll say is this. There's a special place in the afterlife for those who abandon their wives and children. For now. To be honest, I wasn't sure if Avruza was willing to accept me into her home. She's a hard woman and a good farmer, and probably never forgave my mother. Seeing me was like opening an old wound. It was Adori. She welcomed me like a sister. Of course, Avruza came around as well once I offered to pay rent. Now it's Adori who resents me. How should I know? It doesn't respond to imbecile, and I can't think of a more appropriate name. So for now, I've resorted to calling it Dog. You sound like a Dury. She suggested we named it Barkrenzia or something childish like that. At least Avruza offered a male name. She suggested we name the fowl Sindarion. She must have really hated the alchemist if she leaves his legacy in the mouth of this slobbering beast.
It was over by the barrows.
That thing's evil, Lily. I told you to keep
How
away
should
from
I know? So for now, I've resorted to calling it Dog. Yes, but this animal is especially stupid and requires a name to distinguish it from the other dogs so that they won't be offended. At least, that's what I thought. But then I realized I didn't care what other dogs think. Because they don't. Very well. And what of you, traveler? Where do you hail from? If the Aldmeri Dominion continues to spread, perhaps your home will come here first. Although, I'm not sure that's what you mean by home. All right then.
You don't look like a pilgrim. Why bother visiting Iverstead?
Hello, my friend. What can I do for you on such a...
My father taught me an important lesson many years ago.
I'm sorry.
Have
What do you
yourself a
want?
great day.
I didn't believe the stories. I won't go over there ever again.
Make it quick.
I promised to keep you safe, and I'm not going to break my word. You heading up to High Hrothgar soon, Clement?
Pardon me, my lady. Would you care to hear me play my lute?
We don't get many visitors through here, unless they're headed up to High Hrothgar. I've seen some sort of a cave entrance over there. Folks call it Geirman's Hall, but I don't know why. Probably best if you avoid it for now. It didn't seem to do Rada any good. About a year or two ago, some fella named Windelius came through. Said he was some kind of a treasure hunter. I warned him not to go in there, just like I warned you. The very next night we heard screams from the barrow, and that was it. We never saw him again. If you pass through again, stop by for a drink.
If you fancy a bit of music, let me know.
Good to see you.
Are you the one sent by Mara? I prayed to Mara and she spoke to me in a dream. She said a stranger would appear to help me. Is that you? My parents are being impossible. Bassianus wants to marry me, and I think I love him. But he wants to move to Riften afterwards, and my father won't allow it. He only cares about this stupid town. But Bassianus makes me happier than anyone ever has. My mother's not any help either. I don't want to choose. They're both so amazing.
You must be another pilgrim on the way up to High Hrothgar. No other reason to pass through here. It's frightening living below their monastery. Sometimes I swear I can hear strange noises rolling down from up there. It sounds like thunder, but there's never any rain. What do you make of that? Oh my. Probably something about the men. We all wish we had her problems. I don't tell my husband. But I don't have any problem with Bassianus. Even if it means her leaving Iverstead, I want Fastrad to be happy. If they just snuck out of town together, I could manage my husband. Bassianus is still so terrified of Yofthor. If he knew that I'd keep him from hunting the poor boy down, he'd take Fastrad to Riften without a second thought. Let him know that I'll watch out for them. Just want my daughter to be happy. Sure, leave. Everyone else does.
Yes? It is about trust. You see, Daraki did not come to Skyrim alone. His childhood friend Adanya was by his side. Adanya had heard Khajiit caravans were thriving here. She begged Daraki to come with her. Adanya had promised Daraki that she would never leave his side. She vowed that she would never leave him alone in this cold, terrible place. But that was a lie. We had come through the gate to the south from Cyrodiil. We followed the road north when we were ambushed by bandits. There were so many of them. Daraki...
daughter's driving me crazy. So forgive me if I'm a bit on edge. I'm sure I know what this is about. She thinks she's in love with Bassianus and wants to leave town. With it. Let me tell you how I see it. Until a few months ago, the girl was head over heels for Klimek. Wouldn't stop talking about him. Now, if I thought she was really in love with Bassianus, that would be one thing. But she's a child. It will pass. Look around here. There's not much left. Used to be a good-sized town, but folks have been moving to Riften for a while now. If all the young people leave, what happens to Iverstead? You know how children are. Her fancies change with the moon. And like always, the boy lacks any kind of spine. He needs some convincing. A little push and this would all be simpler. Just get up.
My throat's dry. Thank the divines there's a cure for that.
If you ever settle down to have children,
Would you care to hear me
think
play
twice
my
before you do it.
And all he could do, all he did, was run. Forgive me. Taraki has said too much. His only concern now is that his trust is not betrayed
Just
again.
Get out of town as fast as you can. Nothing for anyone here.
Hmm? Oh! You made Taraki lose count again.
Miss Temba is much happier now that you took care of those bears. She may not look like she is, but I can tell.
You don't look like a pilgrim. What do you want? Oh, my love. How I long to take her away from all of this. Why did Bodhi send you to me? I always had a feeling she liked me. More than that brute Yothor, at least. Yothor? What about him? He'll come after us and it will be unpleasant. She would. If she's willing to deal with him, then everything would be all right. I'll go speak to Fastrid, post-haste.
Yes?
Friend,
Good
think
to
I
see
saw
you.
it again. That ghost. It
All
was
right,
over
then.
by the barrows.
I hope life's treating you well, friend.
I told you to keep away from there.
I'm sorry. I was curious. Pardon me, my lady. Would you care to hear me? If you fancy a bit of music, let me know. A pleasant journey, my lady.
We don't get many visitors through here. Unless they're headed up to High Hrothgar, of course.
Yes?
Yeah? Right away, my lady.
Yes?
Need a room? Let me know if I can get... Sure thing. It's yours for a day. I'll show you to your room. Right this way. Let me know if there's anything else you need.
Need something?
Keep an eye out for wolves if you're headed up the path to High Hrothgar. I did. Strange days when the monks will do that. I wonder what it means. Enjoying the hospitalities of the inn. Suggest you do the same.
Ghost. It was over by the barrows.
Until next time. Evil Linley. I told you to keep away from there.
I'm sorry. I was curious. I didn't believe... The stories. I won't go over there ever again.
See that you don't. I promised to keep you safe, and I'm not going to break my word.
Yes?
Miss Temba is much happier now that you took care of those bears. She may not look like she is, but I can tell. Ah, such a fine day. Smell the air. Isn't it wonderful?
Keep an eye out for wolves if you're headed up the path to High Hrothgar.
We've stopped. Is there a problem? Riften, the Temple of Mara is here visiting. A child once asked me what love was. I told him it was the one thing in life you would never sell, but you wouldn't mind to begin with.
Make sure to pull your bow all the way back to get the most power out of your shot.
Walk always in the light, or we will drag you to it. Yes, our order was founded after the Oblivion Crisis. We dedicate our lives to facing the threat of Daedra wherever they appear. We're quartered in the Hall of the Vigilant. Keeper Carset heads Skyrim's branch of our order there, providing healing and justice as needed. He is the god of mercy, the patron of order and justice for all of Tamriel. We bring his compassion where none can be found, by cleansing all those who would offend his children. And any other abominations that prey on mortals. Vampires, werewolves, witches. But the Daedra are the worst. Their callous disregard for our lives is abhorrent in the eyes of the god of mercy. The Vigil will be watching you. Walk always in the light, or we will drag you to it. Walk always in the light, or we will drag you to it. Stendar's mercy be upon you, for the Vigil has none to spare. Stendar's mercy be upon you, for the vigil has none to spare. The suffering the Daedra cause will not go unpunished. Stendar's mercy be upon you, for the vigil has none to spare. Wherever the Daedra hide, the vigil of Stendar will cast them into the light.
Drobar is not sure. Perhaps the circle of candles is a clue. Also the corpse. One thing Drobar does know is that whoever this was, he did not write his name on the shack. Drobar has looked everywhere, and it is clear the place now belongs to him. Yes, Drobar has always been luckier than most. He is always finding things on the ground that do not have anyone's name on them. That is how Drobar knows what is his. It has always been this way. Otherwise, one of the other orphans will wear his socks. Of course. Right this way. Over here are some rare plates he found in a fort. They are made of a special wood that comes from trees. Very This is a kettle full of wine bottles. They used to be full of wine, but the Hive came by one day and wrote her name on them. But they are still valuable for the glass. Very good material for making windows. Over here is where Drobar keeps his torches and pitchforks. Very handy if you want to start a rebellion. Lastly, this is where Drobar sleeps and keeps a record of his belongings. He would move the piles of burnt wood, but he is not sure if they belong to another. Drobar cannot tell if there are names on them. One cannot be sure. There are things Drobar has not seen for many years, but he still endeavors to find them. Some of these things cannot even be touched, but they are valuable nonetheless. For instance, Drobar knows a great secret, one that could change the fortunes of many. But he has trouble recalling what it is. Perhaps if you help Drobar find his lucky gold coin, that always helps him remember the important things. Have we met? Blackbriar may someday come for his meat, but food spoils, so there is no rule against putting Drobar's name on it. Now, hail the Drobar. Really? Where? Oh, thank goodness. Drobar would be completely lost without his lucky coin. It must have brought you here to help him find it. It is the first thing that Drobar ever picked up off the ground. He was very excited to find it, until he learned it belonged to an emperor named Septim. But later, Drobar learned that the Septim is not an emperor. He is actually a dead man. So Drobar carved his name into this coin, just as he does with everything else. Not right now, but Drobar has a feeling he will remember soon. Moon's guiding.
Oh no.
Here to join the Dawn Guard too? Truth is, haven't been anything like this before. I hope you don't mind if I walk up with you. Hey, don't tell Isran I was afraid to meet him by myself. Not the best first impression for a new vampire hunter, I guess. I heard what's going on. Vampires, the Dawn Guard, all of it. I wanted to help, so here I am. Probably killed lots of vampires, huh? I'm sure Isran will sign you right up. I'm not sure he'll take me. I hope so. That must be bigger than I expected. Where is everybody? This place looks almost deserted.
Well, well, you made it. Good. Isran's in the fort. He'll get you sorted out. Trust like that is not freely given. I lost 2 wives to vampires. I will avenge them. It's good to know that I will not have to do it alone. I'm glad this Dawn Guard exists. Never seen a crossbow before, eh? Not surprised. Kind of a Dawn Guard specialty. Nothing better for putting down vampires. Here, take this one and give it a try. You'll want to get to know how to use it if you really plan to join the Dawn Guard. We're vampire hunters. We search out and destroy those blood-sucking scum wherever we find them. You're not paying attention then, like almost everyone else around here. Haven't you heard that the Hall of the Vigilance was destroyed by vampires? They never took the threat seriously, and now they paid the price. The Vigilance mostly hunt down Daedra worshippers, which is why they got torn to pieces when they went up against vampires. That's why our leader, Isran, is re-establishing the Dawn Guard. Real, serious vampire hunters. Fight. Report to Isran at Fort Dawn Guard, and get moving if you're serious about it. The vampires aren't going to wait around to make their next move. Bring the Dawn Guard honor.
I heard... I guess this is it. Wish me luck.
New recruits. Isran will decide if you've got what it takes. Go on, he's right inside. I'll tell you, the only thing more surprising than hearing from Isran after all these years was hearing that he wanted my help. I immediately realized things must be pretty bad. Looks like I was right. I have. There was a time years ago when we were both members of the Vigilance, and both equally dissatisfied with them. Their hearts are in the right place, of course, but Isran and I were never comfortable. We left together, but that partnership didn't last very long. I didn't agree with some of his methods. Go on inside. Isran will want to talk to you.
Here, Tolan. The Vigilance and I were finished with each other a long time ago.
You know why I'm here. The Vigilance are under attack everywhere. The vampires are much more dangerous than we believed.
And now you want to come running to safety with the Dawn Guard, is that it? I remember Keeper Carset telling me repeatedly that Fort Dawn Guard is a crumbling ruin, not worth the expense and manpower to repair. And
Now that you've stirred up the vampires against you, you come begging for my protection.
Isram, Garcet is dead. The Hall of the Vigilance, everyone, they're all dead. You were right, we were wrong. Isn't that enough for you?
Yes, well, I never wanted any of this to happen. I tried to warn all of you. I am sorry, you know. So who are you? What do you want? You heard right. I'm glad word's finally starting to get around. But that means it won't be long before the vampires start to take notice as well. I need someone out in the field taking the fight to the damn vampires, while we're getting the fort back into shape. Tolan was telling me about some cave the Vigilants were poking around in. Seemed to think it was related to these recent vampire attacks. Tolan, tell her about, what was it? Dim Hollow.
Yes, that's it. Dim Hollow Crypt. Brother Adelwald was sure it held some long-lost vampire artifact of some kind. We didn't listen to him any more than we did Isram. He was at the hall when it was attacked.
That's good enough for me. Go see what the vampires were looking for in this Dim Hollow Crypt. With any luck, they'll still be there. Feel free to poke around the fort and take what you need. There isn't much yet, but you're welcome to anything you can use.
I'll meet you at Dim Hollow. It's the least I can do to avenge my fallen comrades.
Tolan, I don't think that's a good idea. You Vigilants were never trained
I know what you think of us. You think we're soft, that we're cowards. You think our deaths proved our weakness. Stendar granted you do not have to face the same test and be found wanting. I'm going to Dim Hollow Crypt. Perhaps I can be of some small assistance to you.
I knew it would come to this one day. I knew. And no one believed. Be on your guard at all times. Avoid sleep if you can. Sleep is for the weak. This is Fort Dawnguard. Originally owned by the Jarl of Riften back in the Second Era. It was a bit of a black mark on the Hold's history. I'm trying to put it to good use. We hunt down and kill vampires. Haven't you been paying attention? In the old days, the Dawnguard kept all of Skyrim safe from those blood-sucking scum. Then people stopped taking the threat seriously. The Dawnguard was disbanded, and the vampires came creeping back. Now I'm trying to re-establish the Dawnguard. Take the fight to the vampires for a change. I hope it isn't too late. There's only one thing worth remembering. When it comes to vampires, if you're sloppy or careless, you're dead. And good people will die because of you. I've lasted this long because I don't take chances. I cover my tracks and I keep my eyes open. If you're smart, you'll do the same. That's it. I knew it would come to this one day. I knew. And no one believed. Well, at least you're smart enough to want to learn more. I'll show you what I can. Watch your back.
I've heard the rumors around Skyrim. I know something's going on, and I've seen the vampires. I felt I had two choices. I could either live in fear of the night, or I could do something to help protect my people. Until next time.
some getting used to.
That's it. You'll get the hang of it. Take a deep breath and let it out as you fire. That's it. You'll get the hang of it. Take a deep breath and let it out as you fire. That's it. You'll get the hang of it. Watch the recoil. Takes some getting used to. That's it.
Isran found something for you to do, eh? I thought he'd like you. Good luck. Farewell.
does not welcome the blood of his prey. Orc poisons are to be feared if you wish to trade. So you're interested in my potions and ingredients. All right, then.
I used to wander the corners of Skyrim like you. I miss those days. Me? I'm Borguk's brother. I came back after serving many years in the Legion. By then, Borguk had already become chief, and he welcomed me home as family, not as rival, as is tradition. I did. I was known as Gorbish Gordushnik in those days, in honor of my homeland. Many orcs leave the stronghold to join the Legion. They welcome our skill in battle and smithing, and we welcome a chance to see the world. I do. There's a freedom the roads give you that the stronghold does not. But I have a place here, and I wouldn't want to dishonor my clan by leaving again like some young pup. I couldn't. It would dishonor the place the chief has made for me. I don't have to take that from you. Come on, let's see what you made. God, no! You're a fool to fight me. That's the best you can do. Son of a... You puny weakling. Your fists speak louder than your words. My axe is yours, Outlander. Just say the word. Hello, friend. Good to see you. You already have someone to do your fighting for you. Don't need me. Up for some hunting?
I am Borguk's favorite wife. He knows my beauty should be praised.
You speak to Borguk, Chief of Dushnik Jarl. The Code of Malakath. It is both tradition and law in the strongholds. Break the code, and you must pay blood price. The code is not written anywhere. It is known and carried on by the orcs, and all who live in the strongholds follow it. For an outlander, following it is simple. Do not steal or attack anyone in the stronghold, or be ready to pay in gold or blood. You'll never compare to me, but I can try to teach you anyway.
Strongholds keep to themselves. Skyrim hasn't always been kind to the orcs.
How about a test? Your muscle against mine. The victor gains 100 gold coins from the loser. This will be good training. Let's go. Come on. This never should have come here. Kill us.
This should be good.
Pray to Stendar while you can. I'll skin you alive.
Merble knows many poisons and cures if you need them. Are you looking to work? The mines are nearby. You bring me ore, I'll give you coin. Use it right, and you won't feel a thing. Occasionally. But an orc blade is a very personal thing. Anger, regret, pride. All these things are put into our steel. When my daughter Lash chose to leave the stronghold, I forged a sword to channel all my shame and grief. Honor me with a task, Outlander. Bring the sword to my daughter if you see her. It'll be all she needs to know. Thank you. Be careful.
I work the forge with my mother, Garo. We mine our own ore and shape our own metal. One day I will shape a weapon fit for a chief. Maybe that chief will be me.
You should see Garo if you're looking for a blade or armor.
I help my mother Arab with the hunt. We bring much meat and skins to the stronghold.
The mines are hard, but Malakath rewards those who rise to the challenge. The mines are hard, but Malakath rewards those who rise to the challenge. Every orc learns the heavy labor of mining. All spend years in the caves. Every orc learns the heavy labor of mining. All spend years in the caves.
I'm here to mine, Outlander. So unless you want to dig, get out. One day I will shape a weapon fit for a chief. Maybe that chief will be me.
We can trade when there's light outside. I'll buy everything you've dug up. Use it right, and you won't feel a thing. Malakath protect you. We only trade during the day, Outlander. At night, most rest in the Longhouse.
Most of my are in the Longhouse. Come back during the day if you wish to trade.
Good to see you. Most of my kin are in the Longhouse. Come back during the day if you wish to trade.
I saw you working the forge today, wife. Your muscles have grown strong from the metal shaping.
Do they, my chief? Am I now favored enough to replace Shell by your side at the feast? Back your words with action.
No more talk of Shell. As chief, I will do what I please. So point your fiery gaze to our enemies.
My chief, Garrow threatens to have me work in the mines. You won't allow my pretty hands to dirty, will you?
No, my wife. You have been given other gifts to please your chief than mine work. I will talk to Garrow, and all will be well.
Oh, thank you, my chief.
Hello, my friend. All right, then.
Hello, friend. Malakath preserve.
Good to see you. Yes. I earned the right by slaying my father in single combat. One day, I will have a son who will challenge me when I become too old to lead, and the Stronghold will have a new chief. Until then, I alone have the right to have wives and children. It ensures our strength. May your blades stay sharp.
Arab and Garo eye me with envy. They don't know how to please their chief. Umar and Nagrib will be held as wheat next to the son I one day will bear for my chief. Good to see you.
Up for some hunting?
I am Borguk's mother, and wise woman to our tribe, Outlander. Orc poisons are to be feared, if you wish to trade. Take a look. Ah, so you're an alchemist then. Ah, so you're an alchemist then. Until next time.